Hey everyone, it's Joel with the EV Geek podcast. Sebastian is behind the camera, and we are sitting inside a Ford Mustang Rally Mach-e. So what color did they say it was again?
Grabber yellow.
Grabber yellow, which kind of looks greenish, but it's really cool color. So we are currently at Electrify Expo. We were kindly invited by Ford to their Cars and Coffee event. Lots of Ford representatives out here. They have been super hospitable. Everyone's come and talked to us. Everyone kind of knows our name, so it's been really cool. We're excited about what's going to happen this morning with Ford here. I believe we're going to be in the Rally Mach-e for some to go around the track with it for a few times, maybe driver and passenger, we don't know yet. And hopefully we'll be able to talk to some Ford representatives here as well, some engineers, maybe some Power Promise people from Ford and things like that. So we're excited what we're going to talk with today. We're excited to be at Electrify Expo. So let's pop out and see what we can find out. Ready to go.
Ready whenever you are.
All right. So we're here with Ken from the Ford Power Promise charging program. We're actually inside. What are we inside right now, Ken?
We are in a Mach-e Rally.
Yeah, this is a
Grabber yellow.
This is a sweet ride. Yes, we love this color. So tell us a little bit about your role with Ford and what you do.
All right. I'm the Director of Charging and Energy Services Customer Experience. Mm-hmm. And what that entails is how do we get customers to understand the transition from gas vehicles to electric vehicles, and giving them the knowledge to be able to manage and change to the new powertrain.
Yep. So I know a big part that was just released about Ford is the Ford Power Promise. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So we did a bunch of research with our customers, and in that whole transition, one of the things that we recognize is they were really concerned about how do I charge this thing. And what we also noticed is they were really thinking along the lines of a gas vehicle where you're actually stopping on the road. But if we were able to give them that charging in their home, they now have a gas station at home.
Yep.
And it gives them that peace of mind that they can leave with a full tank every day. So that was one of the first tenets of the Power Promise, being able to give them the charger and standard installation as part of what they get with their vehicle. And then we also recognized people were really worried about the battery and will this battery last. So we wanted to make sure we were reinforcing the fact that it's an 8-year, 100,000-mile warranty on this vehicle. You don't have much to worry about there. And then people were also worried about what happens if I do have an issue when I'm on the road. So we were giving them 24/7 access to a live support agent so they can text and have their questions answered. If there's any issues, they're able to get help immediately. So we're trying to make sure we're making this transition as easy as possible. And lastly, if you are on the road and you need to charge, we have the Blue Oval Charge Network, which is the largest integrated network that's in the U.S., over 168,000 chargers, and it's all accessible via Ford Pass. So you can activate and pay within the app. Makes it really easy for you when you're on the road and be able to find charging stations and do what you need to do. So that was the main premise behind the Power Promise. Let's make sure our customers know what's available through Ford.
Now, how do you guys do these installations so I buy a Ford, I want the installation at home. How does that work exactly?
So if you go to your dealer and you choose the Power Promise, you're able to, you'll walk away with the Ford Charge Station Pro. Cool. They'll give it to you right there. In a couple of days, you'll hear from our partners at Q-Merit. They'll have you take a few pictures just so they know what's in your home. Yes. And then they'll determine, hey, if this is a standard installation, we're going to come out, we'll schedule it, and we'll manage that install for you.
Gotcha. That is
that simple.
That's awesome. Ken, thank you so much for joining us today.
Absolutely.
Thank you all. We're going to walk around some more at the Ford Cars and Coffee event here at Electrify Expo, talk to some other people, and we'll be back with you all shortly.
I'm the product marketing director for EV trucks. So Lightning, current gen, next gen, and some...
Jason Mace.
Yes, sir.
I wasn't recording when you said your name, so I wanted to put it on there. Jason?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And Mase.
Gotcha.
Okay, you recording?
I'm recording.
All right, so Jason, tell us what is coming to Lightning. Like what's new for 2025 or any changes like that?
So it starts from things we did in 24. We brought a vapor injection heat pump to all Lightnings in 24 model year to kind of help out with, I'll say, on-road range and improvement. That comes into 25. We just started production in late October, so we're very excited to get the 25s on the road. And the new news for us is we brought out a flash model in 24. 15-inch touchscreen, extended range battery, wireless charging, passive entry, a lot of great features and technology. And the Flash was meant to appeal to that buyer looking for technology and find it under $70,000. We're trying to bring the price down. Well, we got a lot of feedback from customers that they loved it, but like, hey, could I get a different seating surface? So ActiveX seating is coming in for 25 model year. And behind that is cleanability. We're sitting right now on the Mach-e as ActiveX seating. So real nice hand, easy to clean up. That'll be a big enhancement for the Flash for 25 model year. On our XLT and our Pro, we've updated the wheels. A nice gloss black appearance. That's the first time since 22 model year we launched. So we changed the wheels on those two models. And really, those are the biggest changes. The vapor injection heat pump coming through to 25, the Flash with the ActiveX, the wheel changes, and then, as you guys have probably learned, introducing the Ford Power Promise to make it easier for folks who are thinking about a Lightning, just to make that decision a little bit simpler for that home charging, the home charger, 80 amp home charger for the Lightning, as well as the basic install. So those are the highlights really for 25 model year.
Yeah, on the 80 amp charger, you can dial it back, right?
You can. So as a matter of fact, in my home, I have I dialed it back to 48 amps.
Okay.
And that was just tied to whatever your system, whatever your home bandwidth can handle.
Right. Okay, cool. Well, it's exciting to hear that the Flash, you're getting the extra seating options, because to me, when I was looking at it, you know, it just seemed it was a Lariat with the XLT seats, which is fine. I like cloth seats. That's not a problem for me. You know, you get, all, like you said, all the tech features and the big battery. And now, does that one only get the 48 amp onboard charger?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Which is fine for most people. You know, if you're not driving it completely dead every day, the 80 amp is overkill for a lot of people. But cool. Are there any mechanical changes for any like upcoming model years other than the heat pump?
No, that was the biggest one. I mean, we spent a lot of time going to customer clinics, coming to Cars and Coffee, asking what folks are looking for, and we heard loud and clear the heat pump was something that people were looking for.
That's huge. That's major. Yeah.
But no, that's the extent of it. People are pretty doggone happy, so we're grateful for that with you know, the current setup. But that's it for now.
Well, cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Thanks for giving us a little rundown on that, and I'll let you go back to enjoying your day.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, you guys join us with Tom from Ford. Tom, what are some cool things you'll have coming up in the EV world for 2025?
Yeah, so there's a lot of fun changes coming with our 2025 Mustang Mach-e. You know, starting with why we come to events like this is honestly to listen to you guys. It's listen to you guys, it's listen to customers and get feedback. So 25 is a year where we took a lot of customer feedback and turned that into product changes. One of the first things we heard about the Rally, like the one we're sitting in here, is a lot of people love the white wheels. A lot of people didn't love the white wheels.
We like the white wheels too.
Exactly,
yes.
Right? So it could be polarizing. So we wanted to make sure that we could bring a dark option to market immediately. So you can see the one up there, also in an all-new color Terrain. So Terrain, all new color for 2025, along with the dark wheels. Those are a couple things that we heard routinely people wanting on Mustang Mach-e. If you go to some of the other series, say a Select or a Premium, some changes in the interior actually. We've moved, based on customer feedback, the shifter from the center console to the stock. So you're going to have a stock-mounted shifter. Part of that was people were like, with an EV, you're less constrained with space. We would like to have a little bit more space in the center console. So what you're going to see now is a little bit more space, a unique charging solution, and then no more shifter here, and instead moved here. Another thing, too, is the ride quality. We had some feedback that the ride on Select and Premium, which don't have the adaptive suspension like GT, was a little too bouncy and a little rough. So we retuned the suspension for 2025 to make it a little softer on our Select and Premium series. And also, speaking of Premium, there are a lot of people who love GT, which is our performance series. They love the appearance of it, but they don't need all of that performance. They don't need to go 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. They don't need a quarter mile in 11.9 seconds, you know, but they love how it looks. So for 2025, we also introduced the Premium Sport Appearance Package, which basically brings the front fender, the front end of a GT, you know, to the Premium, but the Premium still has slightly smaller wheels. And then there's a bunch of other features you're going to see. We have an all-new Blue Cruise 1.5, which has automatic lane changing.
Awesome.
So when you come up behind a vehicle, automatically it'll change lanes and help you circumnavigate that vehicle, and a bunch of other fun new colors as well. So it's part of our, like, just continually improving the vehicle, mostly based on customer feedback and what we hear from folks like you guys who come to Electrify Expo.
Cool. So you mentioned a little bit, like, are there any actual mechanical changes going into 2025?
Well, so we have a heat pump as well.
That's huge.
That's another one. So you will see that we have a vapor-injected heat pump. Thank you for reminding me. Also coming for 2025. Very similar system to what you have in the F-150 Lightning, although with a different cooling system, the performance will vary. Again, you guys are probably familiar. Heat pump helps improve your overall efficiency in extreme weather, so either hot or cold. And again, that is something else that people have asked about routinely. So, shortly after launch, it clearly became an element of opportunity for us. So we worked to bring a heat pump for 2025 as well.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I love what Ford has done.
I like these white things, the white backs in the seat here too. I just noticed them. I hadn't sat in the back seat yet. I like that too.
So I'm guessing you guys have not done the rally.
We did the rally experience, but that was a blur, so I don't know what color the seats were in there.
You were not thinking about that.
I wasn't thinking about that.
You were just thinking, I'm just going to hold on.
I was just holding on for dear life.
Yeah. I love what Ford has done with the Mach-E through its lifespan too, because y'all have made like little incremental tweaks, basically every model year, and a couple times in the middle of a model year.
Yeah, exactly. That's, I'm glad you remember what we've done in a couple mid-model years, including in 23, bringing the new black appearance package to Select as an example. Yeah, I think speaking of hardware, another fun thing that we did is every single series now has at least one optional wheel. So, you see a lot of customers like black wheels or dark tarnished wheels. So we made sure that you have an available dark wheel pretty much on every single series now too.
Yeah, well, it's cool to see kind of a, one of the original automakers kind of keep this agile way of actually building these cars, especially since, Mach-E and Lightning are currently the two EVs, right?
Yes.
And I know there's some stuff in the future planned, obviously.
Yes.
But the timing on it maybe is a little unknown at the moment. So it's good to see that we're continuing to update these two EVs that are kind of, y'all's not first EVs, but first mass market EVs.
Yeah, these are first, exactly.
So yeah, it's cool to see how it's grown.
That's a good way to describe it. And I think one other thing is, rally has multiple uses. There are people, we have a lot of customers already who are taking it to rallycross events across the country. But you can also think of it as Mustang, and not just Mustang Mach-E, but Mustang as a brand, the first time it moves more in an adventure space.
Right.
So what you're going to see is through our website in the future, there'll be new ways to accessorize it. So we're, similar to what we do for other Ford vehicles, basically, but helping people who want to get outdoors, they want an EV, but they also want a little bit more confidence that a ride height increase and more off-road focused tires and so forth will help bring as well. Right. So don't think of it just as like a sporty vehicle. Think of it also as like, hey, this is a way to actually help enable activities, help enable people who want to go outdoors, but they also really want an EV and they also want it to look really good. Yeah. With the distinctive styling that a Mach-E has.
It looks really good.
Yes, it does.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Absolutely. It's nice talking to you. Thank you very much.
And
there it is, the Ford Mustang Mach-E Rally. We just got done driving one of these around, or actually being driven around in one on the dirt track over there. It was an experience you will never forget.
We're already in Rally Sport, which helps soften the suspension and get it tuned up for the rally course. Up over here, keep hold of that camera nice and tight, my friend.
I am.
We're going to go nice and steady over the first tabletop. Steady, and then as soon as the front wheels touch, we're going to launch.
Okay.
Just like
oh, boys! What the should have turned on the stabilizer.
Right here. Little damp the brakes.
We'll have to put motion sickness on the video thing.
And then here we can take it dancing if we need to.
I'm not accomplishing anything.
Come on, all the way around. There you go.
Oh,
Go
wow.
straight. Woo. Into braking early. Let's get it turned in nice and late, because then what we can do is we can do one of these on the exit.
there we go. That's a good one.
And that is our ride complete.
Woo! Shouldn't have had that burrito this morning. Woo!
Yeah. You can eat it twice.
I think I did. Oh, I think I came up, went right back down.
Well, thank you very much for riding. I hope that you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
What's your name?
Steve.
Thank you, Steve, for our off-road ride in the Rally Mach-E.
Yeah.